This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix! Brother Mike is back on the radio in Arizona. Hey, welcome to the program. God richly bless you today. Today's Bible study, the demon of Necrolancer is alive and well, not just in Arizona, but all over the country. Hey, you better call somebody and tell them the radio program's on. Nobody should miss this one. Very unusual radio show today. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. We're downtown on 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building. HardcoreChristianity.com is the website. If you go there, you'll notice we have all kinds of ministry services. It's amazing. Wednesday night deliverance service with Brother Rick and the Hardcore ministry team, 6 p.m. Mountain Time and Arizona time. We have our children's deliverance services coming up, our women's seminars coming up. We have other seminars, monthly seminars. I have a monthly deliverance training class. Thank you for sending your donations on PayPal last year. If you need a receipt for your donations, 602-636-5800, or send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. I'll send it right out. Thank you for all you did. We paid all of our bills last year on time or early. I paid all the radio bills last year, 2022, early. I paid every radio bill early. Thanks to you and sending in the donations on PayPal. May God richly bless you, that's for sure. Please remember my Sunday morning podcast, 9 o'clock in the morning every Sunday. Brother Mike and you on the podcast. You can send in your questions on the podcast. Be happy to answer them. 9 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time, 9 o'clock Arizona time. You can catch me on twitch.tv. Just put in HCCADC and you're there. I'm also on my Facebook. The podcast is on the Facebook page, Michael W. Smith. Necrolancers. These are demons that Satan uses to promote policies of death in the United States. A necrolancer is a spirit that causes people to focus on death, take advantage of death, and agree with death. These demons are extremely dangerous, and the people they infect and get to do that, they end up killing themselves. These demons are extremely dangerous because they are spread by people who are witches and wizards, sorcerers. 2 Timothy chapter 3, yes, all that will live godly in Christ Jesus shall suffer persecution. And evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. The Greek word for seducers there is not the normal Greek word. It's a different one. Goes is the Greek word, and it means a spell put on someone by a wizard, a sorcerer, a witch. And in 1 Timothy chapter 4, you've heard this verse many times before. The Spirit speaks expressly. Retas is the Greek word. It means emphatically, clearly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, like America, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of demons, like America. They will speak lies in hypocrisy, though they have their consciences seared with a hot iron, America. And you can see where this is going. It couldn't be any clearer. This thing is just amazing how bad it is. And to give you an idea how bad this is going, these necrolancers are promoting policies all over the world involving physician-assisted suicide, and they're going to push it to euthanasia, which they're doing in Canada. Canada is about ready to go full bore on euthanasia, where the state or the government can determine whether someone needs to be euthanized, like a pet. Canada is right there. America is not. We are on the physician-assisted suicide table at this time, California, Oregon, and Washington principally being the ones involved in it. Of course, the states on the East Coast are soon following suit, where if your condition is so severe and you want to check out, you are legally allowed to contact a physician to help you do a physician-assisted suicide. Dr. Kevorkian went to jail for doing exactly what they've now legalized. The irony of that can't be overlooked. Dr. Kevorkian, if he were alive today, instead of going to jail, would have been given a Medal of Honor from the state of Washington, Oregon, and California, and a few others. But check this out. Colorado got infiltrated with Necrolancer demons. Here's the article. The director of a funeral home in Colorado was sentenced to 20 years in prison last Tuesday for fraud and illegally selling bodies and body parts to body brokers from more than 500 victims without the consent of the surviving families. Her name was Megan Hess. She's 46 years old. She ran a mortuary called Sunset Mesa Funeral Home in Montrose, Colorado. She pleaded guilty to mail fraud and all kinds of things. Her mother was her partner in the business. Her name was Shirley Koch. She was sentenced to 15 years in prison. 69-year-old mother. Happy to say she was older than I am. That felt good. They sold hundreds of bodies to body brokers. What do these body brokers do? Well, they're all infected with Necrolancer demons, and they sell human bodies to, research hospitals. Harvard, Yale, medical schools for cadaver research. If you can pay enough, they'll sell one to someone who is a necromancer, possessed by Necrolancer demons who find dead bodies sexually attractive. They also sell body parts, like some of these abortion agencies around the country. Planned Parenthood, for example, sells body parts of fetuses to the same people, body brokers, and then they sell the bodies to research institutions, labs. They sell the stem cells for medical research and treatment. This is a big business. Necrolancer demons are very powerful, and they have a giant network nationwide of killing people and selling the bodies. Well, this woman, Hess is her name, never told any of the surviving relatives what she was doing. She would send them fake urns with kitty litter and cement in the urns to fool them that was their loved one's remains when they had them cremated. And she would then sell their bodies or body parts of their body. You imagine that? Yeah, it went on for years. She made a small fortune selling body parts. The whole story is literally creepy beyond belief, but it's all caused by demon possession. Necrolancer spirits are powerful, and they get into the person's brain, and they make death normal. They make it hospitable. They make it helpful. Death is a helpful thing. Euthanasia, physician-assisted suicide, Planned Parenthood, selling fetuses, mortuaries around the country, selling bodies or body parts. Okay, when my dad died 3 years ago at a VA hospice in Wichita, Kansas, I went back to see him, and we prayed and rejoiced over his salvation and the fact that he was going to heaven. And after my dad died, a company contacted us that would come get the body, pay all the expenses, and donate my dad's body to medical research. And my sister and I agreed to it because that was my dad's wishes. He didn't want to be buried. He wanted his body donated for research, and that's what happened. This is an example of body brokers. They paid all the expenses to get my dad's body, all the travel expenses, everything. We didn't have one penny out of pocket in exchange for donating his body for medical research. But this situation is bad because in 2018, a Michigan man was sentenced to 9 years in federal prison, okay, doing the same thing. He was selling bodies and body parts, and he wasn't telling them that they had diseases such as hepatitis and HIV. That's exactly what Hess did in Colorado. She said, oh no, these bodies are clean, they're fine, they don't have any diseases, when in fact they did. In Arizona, we got hit with it in 2019. Do you remember that scandal that broke out in Arizona? A guy named Stephen Gore, he owned the company called Biological Resource Center of Arizona. Yeah, they took him to trial, the state did, and he lost. He was selling people's bodies. The jurors in the lawsuit ruled in favor of 10 of the 21 plaintiffs. 21 people sued him, but only 10 got any more money, and they got $58 million in compensatory and punitive damages. That happened in 2019, right here in Arizona. Right here in Arizona. Necrolancer spirits are extremely powerful because they reduce the value of human life. That's why the government sends around crack pipe kits to addicts. What they're trying to do is keep them addicted, and then they want them dead. Last year, for example, we had a record number of dead addicts in the street in homeless encampments around the country. Record number. And the government was sending them crack pipe kits in an attempt to kill them off faster, because there isn't anything to do with these people. They need to get rid of them. The only way they can get rid of them is through Necrolancer demons who allow them to kill them using their addiction against them. They promote the addiction. They provide, quote, safe, unquote, centers where you shoot up. They provide them with clean needles to help them. And then they simply watch them die on the streets in record numbers. That's your federal government. That's the power of Necrolancer demons. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.